Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another exciting fight on UFC 262 in the middle of May. It will be Chandler versus Oliveira. Amazing fight, and I can't wait to watch it. Okay, but today we're going to do a quick prediction, tarot prediction. Welcome back to my channel and to the only YouTube channel where we do tarot MMA fights predictions. I've prepared, as always, a couple of really good questions in my opinion. Method of victory, total rounds, will the fight go the distance, also how fight will end, and at the end we're gonna ask who will win this fight, and we're going to ask that tarot cards. And as a small disclaimer, as always, I'm not in any way, shape or form connected to UFC, BELLATOR, Cage Rage, KSW or any of those organizations. I don't gamble, and I don't encourage people to gamble on my channel. I do it purely for the entertainment purposes only. Okay. First of all, we're going to start as always with animal spirits for both of those fighters, and we're going to ask cards if there are any physical issues with any of those two fighters, which could potentially make them lose or win the battle. Okay, so we're going to first start with this chap. Let's just check and see what we've got in store for Oliveira. Okay, I've got the Ant Spirit, time to collaborate with Oliveira, and I've got Koala Spirit, Spirit has a plan with Chandler. Very significant cards. Ooh, okay. So Oliveira, he's got from numerology, she's got number 1. Okay, and Chandler, he's got 35, which in neurology means 8, because we add 3 and 5 together, so he's number 8. Okay, very significant cards. At the moment, at this time and stage, I can see that there is a certain issue in terms of the Chandler's weight, or there's some kind of issues in terms of the water and the circulation in all around his body. Okay, but it might be just because he's got still a couple of weeks to go in terms of the fight, a couple of really good weeks to go in terms of the actual fight. But he might struggle at the moment with some kind of internal issues. In terms of Oliveira, I can see his feet and his legs and his like stretching kind of issue or something like that. So I don't know if he's got some kind of cramps happening to him at the moment, or if he's got something to, it has something to do with tendons, etc. But that's what I can feel at the moment. Okay, but let's go further than that, and let's just put the cards on both of those fighters. We're going to start with Chandler first. We've got Princess of Wands, we've got the Tower, and we've got the Moon. Okay, we actually, let me just review the first Chandler and see where we will get at this stage. The Tower in reverse, very significant card. It's like he knows where he wants to be, and he will do anything. At the moment, for him, it's the dream. Okay, which he wants to get to. Okay, so but he can see very clearly that dream. Okay. At this stage, I would say that he will try to end this fight as quickly as he can, even in the first round. Okay, he doesn't, the Moon, he doesn't want to take it to the judges whatsoever. Okay, he doesn't. It's like he knows that if it will be dragged until the end, gong, then he might lose in terms of the points. I don't know why, but that's what I can see in terms of this. Okay, it will be very even kind of fight at the moment. That's what I can sense from his cards at the moment. In terms of Oliveira and his cards, I've got King of Cups, I've got Three of Cups, and I've got Ace of Cups. I mean, like, you can't make this shit up. It's from that perspective, he's got, it's like he's holding the title in his hand and holding the win in his grasp. He exactly knows and he believes that he can actually win and that he will win this fight. Okay, I can see him in certain way, shape or form victorious. I can see his hand going up in that fight. I've got in here round 3 very much outlined and his hands going up. Okay, so I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to do a bit of a clarification in a minute, but it seems like there will be something significant happening for him in round 1 and for him in round 3. Okay, but from that perspective, if I would have to bet, and again I'm not a gambler as I said before, I would bet at Oliveira at the moment. Okay, and actually on that bombshell I should finish the video, but I'm gonna still continue. Okay, let's check a bit further than that and ask cards a couple of questions about each of those fighters. So we're gonna start with a method of victory. Okay, for Oliveira first. Okay, method of victory. Will Oliveira win by KO or TKO? 5 of Pentacles. He will try to play it very well. I've got small. I don't know. There will be some kind of issue with him finishing by KO or TKO. It's like he will not do that whatsoever. But will Oliveira win by points? King of Swords. If it will go to the points, he will be the winner. That's what I can see from this energy at this point and this time. Okay, will Oliveira win by submission? Wheel of Fortune. I mean, like, he's got very powerful cards. Submission is very much in store for him if he wants to take it or if he will take it. There will be certain possibility. It might be in that 3rd round where he will go to the ground and he will try to submit Chandler as much as he can, but he's got that planned very, very well, and there are very high chances of him winning that fight by submission. Okay, but let's go further than that. Let's just ask, will Mr. Blast win by KO or TKO? Queen of Swords. I mean, like, I think even though, you know, the Queen of Swords, she's holding a sword and she's pointing her hand up, it's like he wants to be victorious, and he knows that he's got certain skills. Again, something will happen in that 1st round, very significant, and it might be that he will try that KO or TKO, and he's envisioning that to win in the 1st round by something like that, like KO. Okay, so he's envisioning winning that fight by KO or TKO in the 1st round. In terms of the points, will Mr. Blast or Chandler win by points? Temperance. If it will go to the points, okay, he might have more skills, etc., but the judges would still point at Oliveira. Okay, that's what kind of energy I've got at the moment. Okay, for him, it's like he's made to win that fight. I don't know why, but just that's what the cards are showing me. Okay, will Chandler win by submission, or are there any possibilities for Chandler to win by submission? Yes, but I've got this strange feeling that he will try not to go to the ground too much. Okay, it's like he knows that he might be a bit slower, or there might be some kind of issues with his body, and that will lead to him not going to submission, and he will try to finish that fight as quick as he can. Okay, so that's what I get from him. Going forward, total rounds. Will it go over 2 rounds or not? 8 of Pentacles. It will be very, very amusing spectacle for everyone, and I see it going and being dragged out over 2 rounds. Okay, I can see it actually happening. Will the fight go the distance? Yes or no? I say yes. Okay, I think if it will not finish in the 1st round, as I said, it will take them, both of them will be a bit withdrawn, and they will obviously both of them they will attack each other, but because it's obviously an MMA fight, but it's like they will try to drag it out and play the game a bit. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so there will be a bit of a planning and a game in place. Okay, how fight will end? KO, TKO, submission, or points? Okay, so let's just put KO, TKO, submission, and points. So I've got 3 of 1s for KO, TKO in reverse. I've got the Sun for submission in reverse, and I've got 6 of 1s for points. I would say points at the moment. Okay, so it's as I said, and it actually connects to all of the other cards which we've pulled out. The points is at the moment the most possible way of finishing that fight. Okay, but let's just give and check a couple of advices with my Rebel deck. Let's just check the advice for both of them. I'll start with Oliveira and what cards have to say to him. You are giving too many fucks. Give 0. Okay, and Chandler, Mr. Blast, get the fuck out of your head. Get in your heart, it misses you. And pretty much that sums up what we talked about before. You know what I said about that there might be some certain issues with his health and etc. I get from this this card that there is something wrong, or there will be something wrong on the day of the fight, and that might spoil his win. Okay, in terms of Oliveira, give 0 fucks, and I think he's just he's thinking he needs to calm down a bit of his mind, because at the moment it just feels like he's occupying way too many things. Okay, so it's like he needs to get into the process of calming himself down in order to win this fight. But if overall, if I would have to bet, and again, I'm not a gambler, I don't do hazard, and I don't do this kind of betting kind of stuff. But if I would say who will win, I would point at this man at the moment, just because he will be a bit of more full fighter, and I still sort of from this prediction look at it from the perspective that it's going to go to the points at the end. But yeah, on that bombshell, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, you can also check my other fight predictions in the box somewhere in here. Okay, or in here. I never know where it is, but it's somewhere in here. And also you can press the subscribe button just in here, and in order to just see any other extra videos and predictions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.